Super Mario Galaxy 2 is a go. Last time, we entered World 5, making it much, much further in our quest for the green stars. This time, our galactic adventure continues with Slipsand Galaxy. Thought I'd go in another unorthodox order just because. Not related to how much I like it in particular or anything. I do want to say that this place kind of does bring back a memory, though, of how I kind of called out that one video and I said, please don't bother that guy, but it seems like some people did, so please don't do that. Anyway, on a brighter note, I said that the different worlds deserve much better original names than just World 1, World 2, World 3. Since they're so imaginative and distinct, the overworld themes are beautiful, and they're just really nice places that I like just sitting and looking at for a while and listening to the themes and taking it all in. So some of you decided to put in more work into world building than Miyamoto ever thought possible, and here's some names that you gave. Lloyd Johansson suggested the name Cloud Cover for World 1, and I think that's a nice, quaint little World 1 name that would fit very well. The Gaming Platypus suggested for World 2 the Shine System. I think that just sounds awesome and really sounds like you're getting into the bigger leagues. That was my favorite name that I saw. This same person also suggested Cosmic Cluster for World 3, and I think that fits pretty well. I also heard Star Shower suggested by Triple Star Plush the Plushinator. I didn't really see any names that I really latched onto for World 4, which is why I didn't bring it up earlier. But the same very, Thousa. Oh, that's all the way back to the beginning. But the same clumsy username suggested Hypernova for World 5. That sounds kind of Kirby-ish, but I like it for all the galaxies that you see swirling in the distance. It's just cool. Oh, how terrible would it be with that experience I had of debunking those 3 hidden 1-ups that if I ran out of lives in this place. I'll take that just in case I fail, but for otherwise, should be pretty good. You can even wall jump off of this sandfall. I can't believe I'm saying this, but I got 2,200 coins. They don't mean anything. I'm down to just 1 extra life. So I think I'm going to go play the money-making game. I got 10 up and a star bit. I can't call that useless. I can call you useless, though. You suck. He doesn't even like star bits. Poser. As we blast off, we get to face the Smiley Death. I found out that because of that Mario Encyclopedia that was published quite a... Oh, no, not... I'll take the Droppy Death. Droppy Death a lot better than Smiley Death. On the fly-in, you don't even see that. You can see it on the way in. That would actually be pretty fair, but no. Just hold left on the way in. Don't hold it too long. Should be fine. Caught me off guard how fast that came up. Smiley Death. According to the Mario Encyclopedia, their official name is Romps. I like that name because it's a play on thwomp and womp and makes a lot of sense with how they're moving about. Personally, though, I think that you could argue that these are just Spindle from Super Mario 64. They behave the same, they're in a sandy level, you only ever saw one Spindle, so it could just be implied that this is a new interpretation of a one-off character as a species. It's possible, but that is the only official name that we've ever gotten for the Galaxy 2 variety. This one's hard, actually. Coming up right as this one passes by. Not that early. From Luigi's point of view, this would be horrifying. It's later than that. Well, that doesn't look anything remotely like I expected it to. You can get it without jumping off. Would have been good to know. I have saved you. Boo Moon is next. Speaking of ghosts, there's Luigi! The ghost of Luigi! Not where I was going with it, but it's a double on-topic thingy! There's probably a word for it, but I don't know it. Ooh. was going to say that a lot of this level is like a ghost. It doesn't exist as far as the green stars are concerned. So go beyond this. So that was a bad time to flip. And then on this somewhere, off the edge, be ready for it. You don't want to pass you by like it did in Slips. I did not press in that direction, what? I was holding left. Why did you walk in a circle? Well, I didn't mean to take that launch star, but I guess we're doing this now. It's okay, it's okay. Gotta do it eventually. Can I just spin to grab? Yeah, it wasn't that complicated, actually. I never noticed that. The door opening sound is from Super Mario World. That's subtle. Trying it again. I hear it. Or is that just the normal star? Ooh, a terrifying thought to be sure. Somewhere around here. Oh, no, no, no! I've had to do this level so many times! Wow, that was not hard. If I missed that jump. Oh, if I missed that jump. Give me that. Back to the launch star. A few of you were telling me that a really weird experience happened to you with this launch star, and after doing some looking into it, I found out that this is actually a glitch that can be done with consistency. It's just really hard. So whenever you take a launch star, the animation is not outright scripted. It gets shifted over based on your positioning on the ground for aesthetic effect, just so it looks smooth. Because of this, and because that moon is essentially a 2D object, it's possible to offset your trajectory of the launch just barely enough that you soar right on past it and die instantly. It looks really funny, but I haven't really been able to find a good quality clip of it. I know somebody sent me one on Twitter, but I just am not able to find it again. So if any of you could make this happen with any consistency, I'd really love to see it again, and I'd love to show it in one of these videos. But yeah, a few of you told me that you had this experience, and it does seem to be a consistently recreatable glitch. That is still the coolest thing ever. Don't bug me. I'm looking at my view. I got to long jump and spin. There it is. This lighting is aesthetic arousal. Upside Dizzy next. The trash destruction mission is called Burning Upside Dizzy. That same viewer, cool account THM, who told me about the German translations of these mission names, informed me, very funnily, that in German, that mission is called Nobody Wants This Trash. Sadly, not all of the German names are that different or that funny, but the few that are, I thought were very worth pointing out, and I want to thank them for doing that, because I sure as heck would not be able to do such a thing, and a lot of the translations of different language mission names that are on Super Mario Wiki, for instance, they tend to be very literal translations and don't really get the idioms or what the equivalents would be in English, so I'm very thankful for that. Climb up, and hey, there it is. Earth she blows. I gotta keep my dialects consistent after all. Well, gee, I sure golly be sucking. That's what pirates say when things are bad, don't you know? Right up above where the last green star is, there it is already. Oh, no. I thought that was gonna stop in place. So, I guess, not what I wanted to do at all. Doubly not what I wanted to do at all. Oh, you can just do that. I was gonna call it a pathetically short mission, but I sure found a way to lengthen it, so never mind, you're not getting made fun of by me. That was, believe it or not, our 200th star. And we're still going. Still so much more left to see. This is a pretty big adventure. And that a pretty big Luma to go along with a pretty big adventure. Fleet Glide. I think Fleet Glide sounds like a nice fun one. This is the last time we will ever see the Jibberjays.
Fluzzard, he says you're okay and that you can glide with him. Will you glide with Fluzzard?
Let's glide. Like how I keep turning them into cheerleaders. I don't mean to do that, but it just sort of starts reading like a cheerleader, so I finish reading it like a cheerleader. Point the nose down. Wow, that's unforgiving. Okay, it just seems to be a running theme with these Fluzzards that we got to just go through to the end and get the first one later. Take that one up at least. I gotta say, it's kind of interesting how my opinions on a lot of things have been kind of changing as time has been going by in these, just as I've experienced more of it again. The green stars are definitely the part that I familiarize myself the least with ahead of time, so you have seen a lot of my, I guess a lot of my first reactions to these things in a very long time as a result of that. But yeah, it's kind of been interesting how I think, hey, maybe this thing might not have been so bad, or hey, maybe this part is actually like as bad as people say, and I don't really think it isn't anymore. Where is this thing? Genuine reaction was right. I didn't know where any of the stars were. Am I actually supposed to? No. Okay. At least it's not that. I am touching the floor with this controller, and it. That complete and utter failure. That was really funny, just how it instantly disappeared. There's not even a trace. You don't have to point down quite that much. A slight turn to the right and forward will do. Oh, I have tears in my eyes. Just the complete and utter instant obliteration of Fluzzard and Luigi. I didn't expect that because that never happens when you touch lava. You know, you get your butt burned and you bounce right back up. You get back on the horse, but just utterly nope. To the left, to the left. To the left, to the left. You must not no bottle me. You must not no bottle me. That's what I thought she was singing the first time I heard it, and I got made fun of in high school for that. What did I do correctly? Why did I get a confirmation sound effect for dying? Are you telling me I'm better off dead? I am so far to the left that I'm never going to move back in with my ex-boyfriend. The song's about, and, well, okay, we got the star. There we go. Shiverburn. Oh, I see a little silhouette of a green star. Or something. I'm making a lot of musical references lately, which, you know, ain't exactly my forte, but I guess I'm just having fun with it anyway. Shiverburn's a great place. What could be said that hasn't already been said? I already kind of hit all the bullet points. There aren't really any crazy, insightful bits of trivia that I hadn't really gone over that I was saving for this, which I guess is good in the sense that I kind of got them all in one go, and it just showed how much I liked this level and cared to learn about it. But at the same time, I do sort of kind of wish that I had more to say. I guess for any like little tiny itty bitty minor thing, when I was telling you about the file name for those silhouettes that watch over that distance when you're in the canyon, their texture name is Hell Valley Skytree. That is because the internal file name for Shiverburn Galaxy is Hell Valley. We don't know if this was an internal working name for, for what this place might have. Oh, what? Why did that false start? I mean, oh. That was a crap and a half. Much better this time. Absolutely zero of those shakes went any way that I wanted them to. I was saying that it's possible that Hell Valley could have just been a working title for what this place would eventually be. I could believe that it was originally just going to be a lava level, so they gave it a name like Hell Valley for a working title, and it just wasn't working out, so eventually it became a Fire and Iceland. Makes sense. Isn't too uncommon for places to go through a lot of changes like that, where they end up adding more to the themes later, and Hell Valley just sounds like a very generic name. I almost said unique name, but a very generic name for a lava level to have. Going to explore around here. It's somewhere on this planet. Can you really call this a planet? It's kind of more of a star with ground. That sounded really stupid, but it was also exactly what I meant to say. Ah, a firewall. Guess we're safe. Can't be quite as skip happy with this one. As much as I do indeed love hopping all around with the Cloudflower. Well, I'm certainly hopping all around, just not with the Cloudflower. I have saved one cloud. Charlie, no! Well, perfect golden opportunity to show that there is a 1-up and a life shroom is if one is to backtrack across the icy ground. Also, this lilac is very pretty. I don't know if you ever see these platforms frozen at any other time either. For how many power-ups and transformations only get used one time, I could absolutely believe that a type of platform only gets used one time. We take this back to Star Ground as I have... We're supposed to keep that Cloudflower and one of the clouds all of that time until we get to this part. And then that, I think it's the 1-up that's the key to finding it somewhere. Where actually is this thing? I should probably know that before I try this again. Here twinkling. Up there, okay. Surrounded by star bits too. I wonder if those are, no, those probably are there normally. All right, with this experiment, we make it one step closer to the divine. I didn't even get the 1-up. I would advise not getting that midpoint flag. I tried to avoid it, but it seems impossible without jumping around it somehow. Oh. Blast away! We finally made it. Now to get hit by lava within 1 second. Don't take that midway point flag either. It just didn't matter to me because I'd already gotten the other one. Long jump. Make up for past mistakes. And one cloud ought to do it. My torso! That's all of World 5 done. We've made it so far, and now it's time for best boss fight to come back. Except not, because they never put green stars in the boss fights. So on this first planet, we hop into this cannon, and a move that I never showed is holding Z while inside of a cannon. This kinda, okay, you're seeing like how I'm it's like trying to zoom in a little bit. It doesn't always work. I think this is kind of a holdover from, you saw it did it right there, how it zoomed in more as I was holding it. It allows getting better views of certain things for precision shots, but it doesn't always function. I think it's more of a holdover from Super Mario Galaxy's engine, where they had programmed it to do that in different situations, but they didn't want you doing it too much in this one. Either way, that's how you get the first of the green stars, and that can be a helpful tool if you can somehow get it to function. I hate to keep doing these sad endings because End of a World seemed like a pretty natural time to stop. And this is going to be the last star that we take as a result of that. But we don't get to do a whole lot here. The first one was in a cannon. And the second one, you guessed it, is also shooting out of a cannon. Holding Z right now, and you see it zooming in as I go to the edges a little bit more. Wait for that last one to go! Even Luigi was getting nervous about me hitting my mark there. Either we get the star or he drifts forever. Well, that is World 5 down. 2 more worlds worth of green comets remain. Next time on Super Mario Galaxy 2, we get to collecting them. Super Mario Galaxy 2 is now offline.